true, yeah. It was, my wife was
Diane, you're good.
Dr. Duvall. Get started. All right. Several things here. Okay. Okay. All right.
The one that's got the White County logo is the one that's connected to the speaker.
Okay. All righty. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. So, we've been doing a lot of talking and praying about this rain. So, yay, we're going to make it. And it's not going to rain until this is over. It is not. So, good morning, everybody. My name is Shawana Rogers. I am the proud principal of Apex Friendship Middle School. I want to welcome everybody to our ribbon cutting ceremony for the new Apex Friendship Middle School. We are very, very excited to have you guys join us and mark the opening of our brand new school. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to start with go ahead and thanking my awesome 8th grade band members for bringing those lovely sounds before you even got started. I also want to thank my awesome cheerleaders. I hope you guys felt very welcomed and greeted well. They did a fantastic job, and we're going to hear from both the cheerleaders and the band a little bit later on. At this time, though, we, even in our short time, first of all, we've got amazing students here, amazing. And we were just lucky to pick 3 of the 880 amazing kids that we have at our school. They're going to come and tell you who they are and a little bit about our school. So I'd like to introduce our 3 students to talk about our new school. You'll hear from Caden Ludlow, Anna Smith, and Corbin McDaniel. First, Caden, come on up.
Hi, my name is Caden Ludlow, and I'm in 6th grade on the Warriors team. I want to tell you what I like about Apex Friendship Middle School. The collaborative space in Apex Friendship Middle helps me be a better student by allowing me the opportunity to work with friends and share ideas with others. I feel the space and furniture allows us to work more in teams, which produces more of an opportunity to be creative. I am a student that really likes to process things out loud, and our environment gives me the freedom and space to do that while collaborating with classmates on ideas. It has definitely helped me in math to have the space to work out problems out loud at teams' tables versus sitting at desks and working individually. I enjoy how Ms. O'Donnell encourages us to use the expo tables which we're actually able to write on, each morning to write down our one good thing. It helps us remember the good things and get a positive mindset for the day. I am looking forward to using this space more in all of my core classes. Being able to work smarter, not harder, is something my dad has always taught me, and this space is going to do just that, which in turn will only help me be a better student. Go Chargers!
Hi, my name is Anna Smith, and I'm a 7th grader here at Apex Friendship Middle School. I believe that it is a privilege to attend school and learn here. These first couple of weeks, I have noticed that our principals have picked the teachers and staff that would expand and grow our hearts and minds. After my first day of school here last month, I told my parents over and over that our teachers were excited, eager, and wanted to be here for us. It is something that I had never quite experienced before. They continue to be truly interested in me, my education, and my well-being. It is also really amazing to experience walking into a brand new school and be given opportunities that I wouldn't be able to receive at other middle schools. I'm really proud that I made the Apex Friendship Volleyball team. Yes, other schools do have volleyball teams, but I'm on our very first team. I feel like I'm a part of their history. I'm learning both in the classroom and on the volleyball court at Apex Friendship. Also, we have 2 gyms. 2! How many middle schools in Wake County do you know that have this? Our 2 gyms are very helpful to our students. The weather here is always changing, and sometimes it prevents our teams and clubs from going outside. Our coaches are always flexible, and they're prepared for any changes. And our second gym allows us to become better players and teammates. I've shared just a few things that make Apex Friendship Middle School special. I was nervous before coming here and even a little sad when I was told I would have to leave my previous school. But now I feel lucky and proud to be a Charger. Thank you. Go Chargers!
Hi, my name is Corbin McDaniel, and I am a student here at Apex Friendship Middle School. What I like about the school is how big the school is and the space inside. There is a lot of space where people can fit, but not too much space where people can get lost. Because the 6th graders have their halls on the 1st floor, the 7th graders have their halls on the 2nd floor, and finally, the 8th graders have their hall on the 3rd floor. And agreeing with Caden, the collaborative space gives you more freedom or space to read, think, and come together as a group and work. Another reason I like Apex Friendship Middle is because it's new. Although I'm not in 7th or 8th grade, I've seen most of the equipment and jerseys, and they look nice. And generally, if you go to an older school, they won't have as nice equipment or jerseys like we do. So I am fortunate to have that. And I'm looking forward to do sports in 7th or 8th grade. But for right now, in 6th grade, I would like to join the speech and debate club. The last reason for today I like Apex Friendship Middle is because of the people. Yes, you can have all the new equipment, the jerseys, the size, and the space, but if you don't have good, hardworking, respectful people, what's the point? These people, students, teachers, principals, help build our community by teaching, following directions, listening, and being good leaders to help us be good, respectful, hardworking people. I'm glad to be a student here at Apex Friendship Middle School, and as always, go Chargers.
Well, it's always tough to follow the students, isn't it? Here we go. I got an easier task, I believe. I'm Joe DeArmore. I'm Assistant Superintendent for Facilities for the school district, and I would like to take a couple of moments here to recognize some key people that were important in making this day possible. First, we'll start with our Wake County Board of Commissioners and our chair, Jessica Holmes. And from our Board of Education, with us today, our Vice Chair, Dr. Jim Martin. And Board Member, Lindsay Mahaffey. I would like to take a moment to remember someone we lost this week, Kathy Hardenstein. A memorial service will be held for her tomorrow. She dedicated almost 40 years to students as a teacher, a school principal, and most recently has been a member of the school board. From having worked with her, I know that she would be happy to see our celebration today and happy to see the opening of a new school. And then one more, the town of Apex, we'd like to recognize them, starting with the mayor, Lance Olive. And council member, Audra Killingsworth. Finally, I'd like to recognize the team that built Apex Friendship Middle School. We had the representatives from the companies that designed and built our school. We would like to introduce to you the design team, Perkins and Will. They're probably standing up in the back with their hands up. All right. I'd like to introduce our builders, Barn Hill Construction. Raise your hands back there. And finally, I would like to thank our Wake County Schools Facilities Design and Construction team who have been working on this project. If you'll raise your hands back there. We appreciate everyone's hard work, and support in building a new center for our community and learning in Wake County. Thank you.
At this time, we would like to have a performance by both our band and our cheerleaders. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce our speakers. Our speakers today are Dr. Jim Martin, Vice Chair of the Wake County Board of Education, and Jessica Holmes, Chair of the Wake County Board of Commissioners. School Board Chair Monica Johnson-Hostler was unable to join us today, and we are lucky to have with us Dr. Martin. We welcome Dr. Martin.
Thank you, Ms. Rogers. Go Chargers! It is a wonderful privilege to be here to celebrate with you today with the opening of a new school. And I know you're in great hands because Ms. Rogers was one of the principals that I lost out of my district. We worked together for quite a few years when she was at Dillard Drive. I know you're in great hands. She's an awesome leader. It's a really great opportunity to open something new. And in fact, you're in a wonderful place to be opening something new, this area of friendship. I want you to learn about the history of friendship. Because back in the early 1900s, I believe it was, there was a powwow where Native Americans, African Americans, and the local white community got together and said, you know what? We are stronger together as a community than we are as independent communities. And you know what? That is what the public is in public schools. Sometimes everybody wants to get the best opportunity for themselves in their education. And you know what? As a parent, I wanted that for my children. But you know what? If I work for the best opportunity for everybody, I'm going to get a pretty good opportunity out of that as well. If I just work for myself, I'm not even going to get as good for myself. So remember friendship, because you get to write the new story of friendship. So as your Chargers, my charge to you is write that history. We build buildings to last about 40 years before they need to have a major renovation. But what you all are doing today and this year is you're writing the story that's going to last more than 40 years. Your story is going to last longer than the building. It's a great opportunity. Seize it, charge with it, make it what it can be, and you will be glad you did. On behalf of the Wake County Board of Education, we are so pleased to be able to create wonderful spaces that we heard you all talking about. And I tell you what, it's great to hear you seeing the value of them. I'm a teacher myself. I'm a professor at NC State, and I teach chemistry. And I often say I can teach just about anywhere. I can teach chemistry under a tree if I need to. But if you give me a good laboratory, I can teach so much better. And that's what you all said about the collaborative spaces. We can teach in any classroom, but if you give us a good space, the learning is so much deeper, so much richer. And I'm so glad that we can provide that to you. Please, community, take a look at it. See what we can do. And the other thing that I'm going to ask you to do, remember the public. It's not about us, about me, it's about us. We need your help to make sure we provide this opportunity for every child in Wake County. Coming before you in this year's election is going to be a bond referendum. Now, we're going to have to build those schools no matter what. What the bond is going to help us do is build them for the lowest cost. And if we build it for the lowest cost, guess what? We can build more. And together, working with the county commissioners, who you're going to hear from next, the school board and the county commissioners have worked together to have a long-term plan to make sure we use the Wake County tax dollars most efficiently to create the greatest opportunity for all children in Wake County. So Chargers, you're writing history. Take that charge seriously, build on the history of friendship, and I can't wait to see what's going to come of your work. Thank you very much.
When I arrived, I started having flashbacks of my middle school cheerleading days. So I was inspired by your performance and the performance by the band, and also the very wise words of Anna and Kaden and Corbin. You all reminded me of my why. There's a reality that Wake County is growing, and we're growing quickly. We birth about 20 people every day. That's about an elementary school classroom every day. And so oftentimes we have more elementary school groundbreakings than we do in terms of having the opportunity to celebrate opening new middle schools. And at those groundbreakings, I often talk about things like building character and the fact that we're not just building buildings, we're building our future leaders. But as we all know, building character and becoming the people that we are, that's a lifelong journey. And I would dare say, remembering those middle school cheerleading days, that middle school is an instrumental part of becoming the person that you are and the people that we are today as adults. We all have our individual roles to play. And in true form of being a Charger, I also have a charge for each of you. Many of you may look at me and say, well, she is not much taller than I am. There's the reality that regardless of how small or how big this building may be, you are the absolute best part of it. You are the foundation of this building and everything that we do. All of these folks here that are kind of tall, there's the reality that we are all looking to you all to stand where we are and to replace us in those seats. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't follow my colleague, Mr. Martin, and talk about the school bond that you'll see on the ballot in November. I'll give this speech to you all in a couple years, but for you all, I need you all to vote yes, not just for fancy new buildings, but for future leaders. I'm very proud to say that the Board of Commissioners has been working very closely, I dare say better than ever, with our school board colleagues to make sure that opportunities like this and having 2 gyms and not just one is a realistic possibility for our children. So again, when I talk about elementary schools, I'm usually talking about laughter and the pitter-patter of little feet. But what I'm looking forward to most here is 800 students coming through these doors and becoming and succeeding and growing and building upon their life's journey. So to each of you, I say thank you for being a part of making this happen. To each of our future leaders, I can't wait to see how Apex Friendship Middle becomes a part of your story. Thank you.
So we're at the part now, we're about to do the ribbon cutting, but before that happens, I want to recognize a few people who really made this possible. I want to start with recognizing my supervisor, Ms. Dr. Ashley Thompson. She's area superintendent for the Southwestern area. I want to recognize my administrative team. I have David Turley, and he's my 8th grade assistant principal. Lamar Hill is my 7th grade assistant principal. Jennifer Olmstead is my 6th grade assistant principal, and Kimberly Tierney is our administrative intern. We want to recognize them. All right, so at this time, we are now proceeding with the ribbon cutting. You guys know we are the Chargers, and we're the Charger horse, And we selected that because the Charger horse carries the Patriots into battle. And so I introduce you Mr. Matt White from Apex Friendship High School, riding the Charger horse, which is our mascot. Mr. White, so come on.
Another first.
I can't say enough about the partnership that we are going to have between the middle school and the high school. Mr. White, thank you.
It is my honor.
Yes! Thank you, sir. Thank you, great sir. Thank you. And please remain up here, Mr. White, and join us in the ribbon cutting ceremony. We want to ask Mrs. Holmes and Dr. Martin and any other county commissioner or school board member and Apex Town Council to join us up here for our ribbon cutting. Just come on up. Stand on both sides. I'm scared here with this. All right, let's handle this better. Let me handle that. Either way, County. Be gentle with this. Okay, so I was told I need to do a countdown of a 1, 2. I want everybody to say "Go Chargers" on my 3. So again, 1, 2, 3. Go Chargers! Thank you. Hashtag epic ribbon cutting ceremony. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So at this time, we're going to ask everybody to come through the double door, and then you'll see the back of a staircase. Go around, go up the stairs, and through the media center, we have some light refreshments. We're going to show a short video, and then we're going to take people on tours, anybody that's interested in seeing the building. So at this time, and again, thank you, cheerleaders. Woo! Thank you, Dr. Ball and Band. Thank you, guys. All right, come on in. Go straight through. Yes, yes. Thank you, guys. What about it?
That was great. Hey, how are y'all doing? Good, good. Yeah, it should be all over the school by now. I'm sure.
She took a picture. I said, "Give me that picture. I gotta send it to Trey. It'll be all."